On today's episode, we get a VS Commodore.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning.
Welcome to this episode of One More Flip. I purchased this VS Commodore. Actually a very good car. We were told by the person that I bought it off, I paid $500 for this car. I was told that it had a random stool issue. I then went, I'm just gonna take it to a scrapyard, I can't be bothered. But I thought what I would do, because the car comes with no plates, no other information, zero. So I thought what we'll do is we'll go through this process. We'll try to get a car registered, mechanically fix it, the body is perfect, everything else is perfect about it. So let's run you through the process of what it takes to get a car back on the road and registered, and how to find the old number, plate number, VIN number, engine number, so that we can register it. And let's get this car back on the road. So the first thing we need to do is a PPSR check. So we'll run you through that. That will allow us to register the car. And then where we take it, Jaden? We're going to take it to where?
We're going to take it DLS.
DLS Mechanics?
Mechanics.
They're the, I've got it, my gut feeling tells me that this could be a electrical issue. And DLS, Dylan down at DLS and Roberto, probably the best in Adelaide to do it when it comes to electrical stuff. And then we'll go from there.
Here we go. Sit around getting older. There's a joke somewhere and it's on me. I shake this world out my shoulders. Come on, baby, the life's on me. Stay on the streets of this town.
So look at this little thing. This is what we're trying to get. This could be the dream car we're looking for. Look at it. It looks pretty cool. It suits me. Look at this. It suits me very well. I might need one. If we get one. It suits me. Got a little duck spoiler on the spoiler. Big exhaust. It's pretty good. Then we might be able to get this. So we'll try really hard and try and get it.
All right, so we've just dropped the car off at DLS for Dylan and Roberto to have a look at. Hopefully they get back to us and let us know what the problem is. So what we need to do now is we need to head down to Motor Reg, Jaden.
And put the plates on it.
Get it registered and put the plates on it. Now, how we do that is we need to do a PPSR. So go to the website ppsr.gov.au. You put the VIN number in of the vehicle, and that will give you the details of the actual car.
Yes.
So I'll put that link in the description. So that's PPSR down the bottom here, ppsr.gov.au. It costs $2 and it will send you the information that you require to register the car. We'll see you at the Rego branch.
So sometimes they'll won't come to place, sometimes it's from auction or sold vehicle, so I just like to highlight that so people know. Yeah. Paying card or cash for this one today?
Cash.
Ticket number C23. Please proceed to counter 3.
That includes a 3-month registration, plates and stamp duty.
270.
271 and
250.
So we just got a call from the mechanic saying we can pick up the car, and we'll just go down there and see what the problem was.
I just move in silence, keep my business on the D. Low slick on my shit, analyze, then I split, reinvest, make it flip. You ain't seen nothing like this. I'm with my dogs, it's a mix. Talk maneuvers, talk my shit. Pop the whip and get it rinsed. You ain't seen nothing like this.
Hello. Good. This is Dylan. This is Roberto. Can you tell me what was wrong with the VN?
Well, in a nutshell, no, not really technical issues. It was intermittent though, so I chopped it off. Took a little to find it.
So you did it? So how? All good? All good? Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yours.
Oof.
What's the bill, boys? 350?
350.
Done. Paid.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, boys.
You can't start a fire. You can't start a fire without a spark. This guns for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark.
Now, we got the Commodore fixed from the mechanics, and we're just going to see how it drives now.
So it seems to drive really good. Now that we've got the DFI module fixed and the crank angle sensor, we've got it on the road. It's been lowered in the rear, which is cool, I guess, for a VS, but no, it drives really well. We'll take you for a little spin, anything we pick up. Steering feels good. Probably needs a wheel alignment. It's a little tiny bit off. It could just be because the car's been sitting for so long. It could be just one of the tyres that's a bit down on air. One thing that you might notice in this car is if you look down to your left there, Jaden, it's got like electric windows. And over this side over here, I'll grab the camera off you, but over this side as well, it's like it's got, someone's put aftermarket electric windows in it, which is unusual. Maybe these were original, I don't know, but they don't look original because they're not the same colour as the thing. But yeah, the aircon works, nice cold air. That works beautiful. It's actually nice and ice cold. It's got an aftermarket stereo. The dash is showing 208,000 Ks. Whether it's accurate, I don't know. It's got nearly 3/4 of a tank of fuel. Idles well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it goes well.
It's got the power.
Yeah, it's got plenty of power for a V6.
Oh, V6. Oh.
But no, it drives really well. It's actually quiet. It's actually very quiet in here, isn't it, Jay?
Yeah, it's very quiet.
Like for an old car, it's actually there's no major squeaks, no major bumps. Like I said, the only thing that I think that temperature's holding, we've just driven it to Port Adelaide and we're driving back to load it up. So this car is now sold. We're going to go load it on the tow truck and we're going to take it out to Waterloo. A customer or a person we know is interested in buying it. So we will, hopefully he likes it. If he doesn't like it, that's okay. We'll have to relist it. We'll list it on Marketplace or Gumtree or Facebook or whatever it is. And we will see how we go.
Yeah.
But no, it's actually driving really good. I'm actually impressed.
See these train tracks, see if it holds up good.
Yeah, see how it goes over the train tracks. Any major bumps?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, brakes are good.
Yeah. Brakes are good, power's good.
Yeah, motor's healthy, feels healthy. Temperature's sitting under quarter of a thing, really good. I don't see no drama, pretty good.
No drama.
You should be pretty happy with it. It's always hard with an unknown car, you know, which it is very difficult. We don't know the history of it that much. We didn't even know the rego number of the car. So yeah, no, it goes really good actually. Hopefully he likes the car and it serves him for many, many years if he does buy it.
Keeping irate, hell out of my way. Doing 105 on a highway. This my violate everything I say. If I catch him slipping when he backing at the driveway. Woo. I got no grace. Shorty can't look at my face. All she can see is the blaze. I'm on my J. Y'all holding me by the chain. Yeah, I got a lot on the line. I did it, I'm about to flip. Want me to
This is Simo. So Simo is interested in buying the car. Simo's actually a friend of ours. And we sponsored his burnout car for a while. And he looks after our cars and does mechanical work.
Yeah.
So,
Bit of vast should be right.
either one of the tyres is a little bit low on the front.
Yep.
Either needs a wheel alignment, or it's just a tiny bit off. It's not, you know, it's not bad. It's like a Berliner almost. And have you seen this before? You know Commodores more than me. What's this, brother? What is this?
Aftermarket electric window.
But I mean, I don't know how long it's been sitting for.
Yeah.
So I would go through, but DLS said it's fine.
Yep.
You know, trans fluid, oils, you know, coolants, whatever.
Yeah, just
I drove to Port Adelaide and back. It moved 2 notches off cold.
Yep.
It's that there. It's got like nearly a full tank of juice.
Yeah, sweet.
So yeah, I'll get it down. I'll get it down for you. Take it for a lap. Let me know.
Yeah, get her off. Shift's nice.
Does it?
Yeah, it's nice and smooth.
So what are your plans of if you're going to buy the car? What are you going to do?
Oh, we're just going to use it for a bit of a daily, just for the family, the kids, missus.
So it feels good? Feels
Yeah,
good,
everything
right?
feels pretty good.
Be a good daily driver.
Like the ignition, like normally it's working, but I noticed before, doing it now, it's okay. But I noticed when I went to pick him up, I turned the ignition and it wouldn't turn. I just had to push a bit harder. But you know, it's actually got better now because this car's been sitting for ages.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not too bad, mate.
Yeah, solid rig.
The power steering, something. I think it's the power steering pump.
Noisy.
I reckon I got one in the shed anyway,
Yeah.
but
Where's the pump on these? Oh, there.
I reckon I'm hoping it's just the pump.
Yeah.
It's not the actual rack, but when you like turn and that, it makes a bit of a noise.
Yeah, it's not the greatest colour, is it?
Nah, it's definitely it's definitely due for one. Otherwise, I couldn't really. It's nothing too bad with it, I guess.
Yeah, no, she's pretty good. I mean, it is a VS Commodore. But
Yeah.
thing is, you know what? They're actually becoming hard to get now.
That's right,
Decent
yeah.
ones. They really are.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I said, you don't have to buy it. I'm just giving you the first opportunity before we advertise it. You can think about it. You tell me. I'm easy either way.
Yeah, no, I'm
I'm
pretty
only 20
interested.
minutes away from you, so
I'm pretty interested.
Yeah. The car, Simo?
Yeah, mate. I reckon we'll grab it.
All right, now full disclaimer, guys, we did take it for a test drive. The trans is a little bit weird, so full disclaimer, Simo's taking it as is. If there's a drama down the road, we'll help Simo out, whatever it may be. So, Jaden, I'll hand you over to receive the funds.
I guess we'll call that a deal then, eh, mate?
We'll call that a deal.
There's some
Thank you
cash
very
for you,
much.
mate. You do some counting if you like. There's 1,800 for you.
Thank you, Simo. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you, brother.
Thank
Thank
mate.
you.
Cheers. Thank you for watching this episode of One More Flip. Thank you, Jaden.
Thank you.
So let's go through some pricing. So as mentioned in this video, we paid $500 for this VS Commodore. It was destined for scrap. So we thought we'd go through the process, explain that in the video. So what we've spent is we've got the registration and the number plates. That cost us $271. And then we obviously towed the car down to DLS, Dylan and Roberto. They did if you didn't hear the audio very well, we had a bit of background noise, but they replaced the DFI module and the plate or whatever it is, I'm not sure, and the crank angle sensor. That cost us $350. So the total of the car spent was $1,121 exactly, basically. So then while we were filming this, there was Easter in between, and we did drop another video, but we had to delete it, unfortunately, because we were asked to, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. Not going to dramatize it. We'll just move on from there. Simo did reach out to us and saying that he was chasing a cheap car on a couple of grand for the family. So went down and sold it to him. The car obviously has been sitting for quite some time, and obviously it's a bit of an unknown. But as you can see in the video, Jade and I drove it Port Adelaide, back to Semaphore, Port Adelaide a couple of times. So we sold the car to Simo. Not long after we sold the VS Commodore, and full disclaimer, obviously we want full transparency. That night, or I think maybe it was that night or the next day, I'm not sure. Do you remember, Jaden?
I think it was the night.
The same night?
The
Yeah,
same night.
same night. So the car ran and drove, and obviously he test drove it, and it had a few little gremlins in it that obviously needed to be sorted out, but the tail shaft let go on him and failed. So this VS Commodore, I'm not sure if you're aware, I'm not across the whole info on everything, but it's a solid rear axle, so they're a bit different than the IRS, and they're a bit harder to find these days. To be honest with you, VSs are pretty hard to find everywhere. So anyway, long story short, it was going to cost him about $150 to replace that tail shaft. So what we've done is we've refunded him $150 for the tail shaft. It's something that's, it's one of those things, you know, it's mechanical. It could have gone when we were driving it. I wish it did, because then we could have fixed it and not sold a car that had an issue. But from all our accounts, the car just test drove well. So with that $150 refunded, our total profit for this one is a bit small, but it's more than what it would be worth at scrap probably, is $529 is what we made out of this car. So not too bad. Goes towards our overall big picture dream. It's not as big as the profit that we'd like to make, but hey, profit's profit. And in this climate, it's really, really bad at the moment. So, and as you know, guys, I do the scrap cars and has been fairly quiet on the scrap car front. People aren't buying new cars at the moment. So what they're doing is they're fixing their old car and keeping that on the road longer than basically expected. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that are in the industry, especially mechanics, they're super busy at the moment. I think I was down at a mechanic last week, Jaden, and there was a mechanic fixing an old 1996 Magna. Generally people take those to scrap. So that's just sort of where it is. So even though you can buy low and try to sell low, the market is so volatile at the moment. We've really got to find those really, really cheap bargains to keep continuing our profit. Full channel profit is $4,494. So that's how much we've got so far, just under $4.5 grand. So we're plodding along pretty well. We're not probably on target to where we need to be to get the dream car by the end of the year, all those sorts of things, but there's no real time frame per se on it. It'd be nice to get it done by the end of the year. Some of these videos are a little bit hard to get out sometimes with schedule and timing, and Jaden at school, and Jaden's now on school holidays for a couple of weeks, but we haven't got another car yet. There is a couple of other cars that we have sort of purchased out of this money, but we're not going to call it out of this money yet. So behind us, we've got a little Suzuki Carry. I don't know if you guys want to see this. It's fairly rusty. I did get it fairly cheap. It apparently does turn over. We might be able to, we don't want to do a full restoration. Maybe you guys might like to see an episode where we just do some bog and play around and muck around with it. It's totally unprofessional. Just make it presentable. Maybe throw some paint on it and muck around with it. We'll go get an air gun from Bunnings with some paint and just run through some different techniques and different things that you guys might like to see. But and we've got an old Japanese car that we mentioned in the last episode. I don't want to ram on. This has been going on for over 5 minutes already, but I think some of these topics are pretty important. So really appreciate you guys watching this video and sticking with us. Obviously, it's been a little bit between the videos, even though we did have technically another video last week. But all good. We'll see you on the next episode of
One More Flip.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. So we just got the Commodore back from DLS. On One More Flip, I get abandoned with this truck and no car.
And I went, this car is too good to take to scrap. This is a one more flip car. So here we are with a one more flip.
I get up in